teach you how to do a kitchen splashback. It can be really easy. First of all, we're going to clean the area. We wipe down our walls just with water, get any dust residue, any plaster. Now we need to work out where we start from. And on a job like this is really easy. Because this is our only exposed sides, we start a full tile from the bench top right here. If it's your first go at DIY tiling, a tile this size is ideal to start with. But today, we're doing a mosaic. But keeping in mind, something like this is going to be a little bit more challenging. Now we get to our power point. We have to make sure when we've got exposed wires like this, we have to turn the power off at the switchboard. Now we're going to measure for cuts. What we need to do, firstly, eye up the lines. We've got to make sure we keep these screw holes nice and exposed. So we basically mark above them, just on the outside of them. The same, look at the bottom and the top of the bracket, mark them. And all we do is just measure from there to our level line, right on the wall. 310. Put two mosaic tiles together, like so. Then using those measurements to mark out the power point on the tiles. Now once we've got that marked, we can go out and cut it. Just score through the netting in the back. This job, we're going to use Abamastic. It's a pre-mixed adhesive and it's really easy to use. You go down to the staff at Beaumont's and they'll make sure it's the right glue for your job. Put a little bit on the trowel, ready to go. The easiest way of doing it, use the back of the trowel, like so. And get yourself a little bit of bed thickness of glue. Use a 6mm notch trowel, basically cut it back.
The type of trowel you use is determined by the size of the tile. As a guide, if you are tiling with mosaics, use a 6mm notch trowel.
Just a little handy hint, on doing a job like this, especially if you've got nice new bench tops, perhaps use a drop sheet. Once again, same process, smooth it over, then using the notch side, cutting it back. Once you've got to the top, measure it. We go cut it and we put it in. We use this little float. What we do is basically just roll it over there nicely. And what this does, it gives you a nice flat finish for all your mosaics. Push reasonably hard. And don't forget, as you go, wipe it all away. Okay, our glue's dry. It's time to start grouting. Add a little bit of water in the bucket. Small amount, not too much. Just a little bit at the bottom of the bucket. Because we can always mix up some more if we have to. The same amount of powder. It really should stick to the grouter. Just like that. All we do is basically get a little bit on your trowel and massage it into the grout lines. Washing off grout for mosaics. All we need to do is squeeze out your sponge and in a circular motion, wash all the grout. Now we have to do our last wash. Grab our sponge, squeeze out the water, and on a 45 degrees, we wipe down. Turn the sponge around and use the other side. Squeeze out your sponge and then repeat that throughout the whole wall. Silicone time. Squirt him in our internal corners. Just like so. All we use is a smoothing agent, spray it down. Using a paddle pop stick, scrape it back. Sometimes we can get what we call hitchhikers, and all you need to do is grab your paddle pop stick and cut them back. Last step, spray some more soothing agent and cut it back with your finger. That gives it a nice smooth finish. For any more hints and tips, download the fact sheet off the Beaumont's website. And all the best for any DIY jobs you have at home.